Hello, today I'm going to discuss with you the basic art of crochet. Since I was a child, I really enjoyed crocheting with my mom. It was one of the things that we used to do together, and I still do it and remember her to this day. At the age of 15, I made my first baby blanket, which I gave to my youngest daughter. Since then, I've made countless other items that I've given to family and friends. I really enjoyed making these delicate items, and today I plan on showing you a few of the simple basic stitches to get you started in crochet. And I plan on explaining to you exactly what crochet is and what the few basic items you need to get started. Crochet is when you take items, a fabric such as yarn, silk, thread, and a single hook to create items such as garments, hats, jewelry, toys, and many other things. Since 2016, approximately 28.8 billion Americans either crochet or knit, which makes up approximately $2.79 billion of the craft industry. Studies have shown that people that crochet or knit are more likely to enter other needle hobbies such as embroidery or sewing. The first early patterns were made prior to 1824 or just given from friend to friend verbally. Since 1824, patterns were actually industrial manufactured and easily distributed. The first patterns were actually very inaccurate and usually only made for silk or gold and were made into purses. Since then, patterns are easily available. You can purchase books in many stores, or you can go online and get any number of patterns for any number of products that you want to make. To get started, you're going to need a few basic things. First, you're going to need your hooks. Hooks come in many sizes. They always start with a letter. For example, this is an L hook, but it's also going to show you the size, which the size for the L hook is 8 millimeters. The one that we're going to use today is actually an H hook. The H hook is pretty standard and used in a variety of patterns, and it is 5 millimeters. The next important thing that we want to get is our yarn. Yarn comes in various sizes, textures, and colors. I picked up blue because blue is my favorite color. This is just the standard yarn. You can purchase it anywhere. And this is the softer yarn that you want to purchase for babies or young children. And finally, we need our patterns. Again, patterns are easily obtained over the internet or in books. The good thing about getting a pattern in the book, which we're actually going to use a pattern from the book today for this demonstration, is a lot of books actually break it down for you and show you exactly what stitches you'll need. They're going to give you a basic rundown of your abbreviations, and they're going to show you exactly what kind of stitches you're going to need if you're unaware. They're going to give you visual aids as well as an explanation of what you're going to be doing, which makes it a lot easier to reference. Today, we're going to be making our drink cozies and coasters. To start off with this pattern, it requires that we have an H hook, which we've already gotten today, and we're going to start with the most basic stitch out there. The most basic stitch for us is going to be the chain. First, we're going to make our lovely little knot. When you're crocheting, you really don't want your knots to be too tight, even your chains, because we're going to need them again later. I always double knot it just so that way I make sure that it's very secure. But again, I want it to be loose on my needle. All we're going to do for a simple chain is yarn over, which you will hear a lot. All it is putting a piece of yarn over your hook and pulling it through the loop. Okay, we're going to do this 14 times. which I'm only going to do a few times just to kind of demonstrate to have, again, All yarning over is putting the yarn over the hook and sliding the hook through the loop. And it's very important to remember that we don't want these loops to be too loose or too tight, because we're going to use them again for our next basic stitch that we're going to go over, which is the single crochet stitch. A single crochet stitch is basically when we're going to turn around because we've come to the end of our line. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our hook through our stitch, our little chain that we've already created. I always do this the opposite way than what you're supposed to, because I think it's easier just to pull the hook through. But most people go directly through the chain. Okay, when you pull the chain through, you'll notice that you actually have 2 loops already on there. So you're going to yarn over and pull it through both loops at the same time. That is your basic single crochet stitch. Again, you're just going to continue this as you go over. Making sure not to pull it too hard so you pull it out of the loop altogether. The good thing about crocheting is if you're in the middle of your pattern and you notice that there's an issue, it's really easy to pull it out and start again. So there's just a few basic stitches that you need for crocheting. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope I've taught you a few basic things about crocheting. Thank you.